Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and I wanted to do a quick live regarding this question that I made on Twitter because there's so many people that still doubting Meghan's pregnancy, and I had the idea why so many lies, so many controversial topics. Of course, this is something that I'm getting into trouble just by touching it. I'm gonna get into trouble just by making this live, but I just wanted to make it a legit question, and I made that question on Twitter, and I wanted to read your comments. I wanted to read your opinions on this. By the way, I don't know why the chat is not working, but well, I made this question on Twitter. I made a legitimate question about how is it possible? I'm gonna highlight this right here. Highlight this. Still can't wrap my head around the physics of being later stage pregnant and crouching with your knees together. This is my question. Let's think for a moment. Now, we're not talking about Meghan, although you already know that we have enough instances, enough examples of Meghan crouching that way. Okay? When she was like 8 months pregnant. And there have been affirmations, women that reach out to me and tell me that it is possible, but they do not bring actual examples. I'm going to highlight some of the responses I got here because I find it relevant. I think from let's say biological perspective, if you have a big bump with a baby inside, okay, and you have your rib cage on one side and you have your thighs in the other, in order to crouch, you have to open your legs, okay, because the bump is not gonna anywhere. Our rib cage, both women and men's rib cage, is a bit flexible, maybe not as flexible as a cat's rib cage, of course, but it's not that much flexible to allow the bump to go up or inside or somewhere else. That is something that is really firm. Okay, anyone that has been pregnant or anyone has been has men that has had their partner pregnant know the firmness of a bump, and it's not going anywhere. So I asked the question. This is the my main concern, my main question about it. There's so many conspiracies about this topic, talking about moon bumps, talking about. I saw a video the other day that the bump magically appear and disappear, and I watched another angle, and no, it did not do what people were claiming. It's always important to look for videos that have high resolution, but it's undeniable that we have examples of something that, well, it's fairly hard to do, no matter how athletic or fit you are. And I got a lot of answers here. In fairness, depends of how fit you are. Not me. I am unfit, so I kneel. That's how I'm not getting packed up without help, for example. Or I couldn't even bend to pick up his toys and hoard my tummy. If you have, I cannot say this out loud, but let's go. I have many answers like this. I understand the point of this kind of answers, but I was explicit about the question itself. I got many answers like this. I'm sorry, you're not watching the, watching the chat correctly. Wait a second. Wait just a second. Okay, now you're watching the chat correctly. I got many answers like this. I continued dancing through my first pregnancy and could still do it up till birth. I was 20 at the time. I had danced since I was 3 years old. You have youth and many years training is very possible. Okay, thank you, but did not mention dancing, but crouching with knees together. I understand the wanting to talk about your experience dancing with other activities, but I'm talking about the actual biomechanical fact of crouching with your knees together. Even if you're not pregnant, it's hard because Crouching with your feet and knees together doesn't allow you in much room, much space to balance yourself, let alone get up without any help. Now, in regards of what some women say that using high heels can actually help you, that's true too. If you have some support in your what is the name of that part of the foot, the back of the foot, if you have support, a higher support, if you are using those heels, that actually helps. It makes it easier. What is not easy is that later stage, maybe your feet are a bit swollen, so it's harder to wear those shoes for any given amount of time. But well, yeah, so many things. I know you want me to talk about so many things. I'm going to go straight to what I think it's my field, the body. I've seen the body. I've drawn the body. I've worked with the body so many years, drawing, studying everything, studying anatomy inclusive, and I don't know. It just doesn't. It just baffled something that doesn't fit. So that's one of my main questions. I couldn't with 2 pregnancies. My girls were on the smaller side. I had full size bellies, but still couldn't have done that. Yeah, maybe holding onto a chair. I couldn't do it. 4 pregnancies, and nope. Could barely get out of the bath without looking like a giant whale on 4 legs. Much less crouching like this. After certain months of pregnancy, hard to do anything, especially squat in heels with your legs closed. Right. Couldn't crouch with my knees together as I got further along, bigger with both of my pregnancies. Okay, some of you are gonna claim, and I understand that this is not scientific. I'm just asking a question on the internet and getting feedback on that, but my intention of having feedback is real. The fact that Tom Bauer did not include anything about that on his book is, I think he wants to feel on the safe side. Okay, he doesn't want to do anything that doesn't have any concrete claims. And since we know that Revenge was more than it was more like a public documentary, it was what's already published elsewhere. Well, I think we're not gonna find much of that in that book. But okay, Lady Dragon Strike. I'm gonna highlight your comment again. Every woman is different. Just because one woman says she couldn't doesn't mean another couldn't. Okay, I agree with that. Every person, every woman is different. Every baby, every pregnancy is different. It's a different process. Okay, but it's my question is regarding let's say not directly about Meghan. I want to cover my back too. I want to watch my back. I want to watch what I do. I don't want I don't want to get cancelled by the woke angry mob. But my question is legit. How can this happen? How can this happen if you have a big belly and you keep your knees together in such a way, just like this? Okay, I'm going to highlight this one. How this happen? No, it's not possible. As a mother of 2, it's impossible to move like that at the stage of pregnancy. Okay, let's say that, well, Meghan did not put that much weight. Okay, that was nice, but at the same time, it's a matter of balance. It's a matter of you are not used of that shift in your center of gravity. I would have fallen backwards. Okay, that's important. Someone is claiming about yoga. Yoga will not supersede physics, and biomechanics. Yeah, that's what Bauer said. Bauer said Harry's child and didn't mention M. Every woman is different, but your center of gravity is not the same as when you're pregnant. Yeah, and the center of gravity and gravity itself doesn't care who's mom and dad. It will act no matter what. All right. Okay, this is I got claims like this. I could crouch, squat, and bend forward when I was pregnant. I was exceptionally fit, however, and had only gained 7 pounds during the course of my entire pregnancy. And then my question is, okay, were you able to crouch with your knees? I mean, knees close together, like locked one another together. That's my question. That's the question I usually make. And I would like to know, once I publish this live, it will be nice if you help me in the comments and point me to any references. If you find any references to pictures or videos or other pregnancies, when you can find a reference of this, it will be nice. Just to have it all documented. But yes, this was one of my questions. I made a video about this. I told you that I was not going to touch the subject because, this, I don't like to be borderline conspiracy theorist. I don't like that. I don't want my channel to become some kind of conspiracies. Maybe the Royal Rogue is more like gossip side. But this is another level of gossip. And as I said, very dangerous for any content creator. But I wanted to make a legit question about how can this work and what is your experience regarding that. Yeah, this is the kind of answers I'm talking about. I had a small bump, getting max 10 kilos and was fit. Could not squat with knees closed though. It's also the fact that when you kneel, you crouch when you're with your knees together, your feet have to remain aligned with your knees. And when you kneel down, your feet are close together, your knees are close together, then you are balancing on a very tiny area of a space. You usually need to how to say that? Put your. I lost it. Watching myself here. You need your feet. Just in her case, you need your feet to be like looking a bit outwards. Okay, for balance. That's the principle of balance with your knees. You can't have your knees together and your feet open. That doesn't happen. That is impossible. Yeah, it's sumo squats. Yeah, sumo squats are the ones that applicable here. So that was something I wanted to ask you, and I wanted to know what was your opinion on this, and have a reference. Okay, I understand. She may be fit, like she does sports, so she can do it while keep her balance. But the question still arises. Where does the belly go? That's something I wanted to know, and okay, this is like this. Once you are as pregnant as she is, you have to open your legs. My daughter's legs were pushing into my rib cage. I couldn't even sit comfortably. And you remember the flack I got when I mentioned the way Meghan was sitting at the Oprah interview and the attitude she was projecting through her sitting. And I got all this flack. And what are you talking about? She's pregnant. You can't move. You can't do anything else. And at the same time, they are praising Meghan that she can crouch with her knees together every time she wants. And you cannot have both ways. You either have a problem moving or you can be, well, extra moving at any chance. So that is the problem when people go overcritical with this without, well, stopping and thinking this is something that doesn't fit. And that is something that my channel is about. This does not fit outside all the conspiracy theories, my eyes, our eyes, are seeing something that just doesn't fit. It's dangerous. Is maybe even reckless. It's strange. Yeah, pregnancy belly does not squish or bend. There's a baby in there, and the amniotic liquid, everything is in there. Just there's no waste of space. There's no air. There's nothing. Yeah, and stilettos. The stilettos. As for me, I have to say that stilettos actually help crouch, okay, because they bring support to your ankles. They actually help crouching. But well, yeah, she looked pregnant. She always looked pregnant. But there's so many questions that I want to ask. And since I thought that Tom Bauer was going to mention some of this, well, I just made the questions. Just make the questions to make you think about it. If there is some kind of response or answer that can prove that this can happen, that you can crouch with your knees together while being heavily pregnant, then that's it. That's all that we need. It's a legit questions. There's no problem in asking questions, okay? And that's important. That's something that we have to think about. My body language buddies, I just wanted to turn the camera on, ask this question to you, and I hope that you can bring me some light in the comments. And please remember, no conspiracy theories, because I want to keep my channel in good standing, and I want to keep my channel, family friendly as much as possible. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and until we have more observations about the real world, we will be connecting again soon. Bye bye. Much love and bliss. Take care. Love you all.